Hey everybody, Befron here, and today we are jumping into Scarlet and Violet. This is the brand new first base set booster box of the new Pokemon Scarlet and Violet era in Paldea. This is so exciting. I'm even going to skip our normal intro to Befron because I am so excited to get into this box of cards. There's so many exciting things about the set. I haven't looked too much into it, but it just looks super cool. I haven't even learned the new Pokemon's names yet. I'm still learning Generation 8. Now we're on to Paldea in Generation 9. We got the EX era back. This is actually a really nice era because I actually stopped playing Pokemon like 20 years ago when the original EX era came out in Ruby and Sapphire. So it's really nice to see these EX cards come back after Pokemon V. But it looks super cool. This like glass crystal Charizard, or Gyarados. That's the second time I've called Gyarados Charizard on this channel. I don't know why I do that. But this glass crystal Gyarados looks super pretty. Just super cool box overall. So let's go ahead and jump into it. There it is up close. As I usually do, I'm going to probably break this into two separate openings. For whatever reason, Pokemon always takes me longer to open than, other card games. I don't know if it's the nostalgia. I don't know if it's the art. Just something about Pokemon, I like to take my time a little bit more than some of the other card games that we open here on this channel. So I usually break it up. I'll do 18 packs in the first episode and then do another 18 in the next. So there it is, our first Scarlet and Violet era booster box. There it is. We'll go ahead and open this up. The last thing I opened from Pokemon is, what's it called? This. I have the sleeves. I'm going to use the sleeves. I'm totally blanking on the name. The Elite Trainer box. Crown Zenith, that's what this was called. So I've got the sleeves from our last Pokemon opening back in maybe like January or February, which was, I think it was January. Crown Zenith, we got a really good pull from that. So if you didn't see that episode, I definitely recommend going back and watching that. Anyway, here's like the up close version of the Pokemon box as you'll see it in your local game stores. So you can see it there up close. You can see it in the front camera up close, but overall looks super nice. Some of these pack arts look good. So I'll start with the right side of this. I'm gonna take this box that we have here. Again, we're gonna do this in a second episode. The second half, I'll put it off to the side, but for now, we get this beautiful stack of packs. Let's take a look close up at the pack art at the first 4 packs. There we have our beautiful Crystal Gyarados. I think this is the chase. I'm pretty sure this card is in the set. Then we have our starters from Paldea. I don't know what this is. It looks like Toxtricity, but I assume it's something from this generation of Pokemon. And I think maybe these are both the legendaries. I want to say I haven't played the games. I have not played the RPGs since Black and White, so I could be wrong. But I think, like, overall, of course, I'm going to say my favorite is the Gyarados pack, and that's what we're going to go ahead and start with. Overall, these packs feel really nice. Like, the last few sets have felt, like, super loose. These are, like, super tight. Like, they really... The pack quality, the packaging really just feels a lot nicer on these. Kind of like what it used to feel like when, quality issues weren't so rampant in all these card games. Anyway, let's go ahead and open. We're in about 3 minutes into this video already, just talking about how excited we are. But let's go ahead and open. And that's another one of my favorite things about Pokemon card packs is that you can like open them straight. And then the other super cool thing is that they took on the Japanese style for this border. So it's not only silver, but even like this marking, the way they mark the sets now is like how they do in the Japanese set. So that's really cool. My first English silver bordered card. I'm going to go ahead and just give away all the code cards. I don't even know how this works anymore. I remember they retired the PTCGO, so I will be giving away all the code cards yeah, enjoy them. So there's our... Oh, did we change the pack trick in this one? Oh, geez. Wow. Okay, so we changed the pack trick, definitely. And we got a holo on our first set. So what did I just do there? So the holographics are now in the back. Wow, okay, so that's cool. So we got a Clauncher. We got an Indeedee. But yeah, okay, so I guess it's just one energy in the back and then all your good stuff is there. Okay, so that's very cool. So our reverse holo is Florigato. I'll put that up front. Let me get some of these packs out of the way. So there's our reverse holos. There's our, I guess I'll have our cool stuff right here, and then I'll put some of our regular holos off to the side. But already we got a nice trainer gallery card. I think I have plenty of room here to do this today. Energy, we'll put that off to the side, and then we'll go through our kind of commons and uncommons. Capsicid, yeah, like I said, I have not learned any of these Pokemon yet. Weasel, Bombardier, Hypno, of course, we all know Hypno, and Beach Cord. The retreat cost of each basic Pokemon in play is colorless less. That'll make the game go a lot faster. All right, so our first pack, and we have a beautiful trainer gallery card. I really like this. Wow, so this is a water Pokemon. It's a little, wow, it's very off center though. You can see how much this border over here is thicker than this border. So quality is, okay. But you can also see that like the hollow pattern, like they brought back, I think this is from like the Sun Moon era, kind of similar, like these kind of like lines, but it's not textured at all. That's just the way like the foiling pattern is. Okay, so we're done drooling over our first pack. So let's go on to our second pack. And I just love how Pokemon packs open so nice and cleanly. Okay, so let's see. So we have our code card. Everybody enjoy the code card there. Then we have our energy. Dark energy, and then I think we just go ahead and open from here. So we have a Flittle, Seviper. Wow, I haven't seen a Seviper card in a very long time. Houndour, Catottle, Seatottle, Mezagoza, Heracross. Yeah, so we just go right through these. There's our Houndour. There's our 2 reverse holos. Wow, that's crazy. And look at the beautiful like patterns on these. Like you got the fire energy, you can see it right there. So I guess you get 2 reverse holos, and then if one of these can be replaced with a trainer gallery card. Okay, so that's interesting. I'm gonna get my light a little bit better here so you can see that. And then a Meowscarada. Okay, so these are both foils, I guess. These are both regular foils that we have over there. I'm assuming that I'm gonna get a good amount of pulls, because usually these Pokemon boxes are pretty nice to us. Get a good number of pulls, but I'll keep the regular foils off to the side for now. Maybe I'll spread them out a little bit. I don't know. I'm kind of figuring this. Oops, I opened this from the bottom. Okay, so we're on pack number 3. Like I said, like we're definitely taking our time. I just saw a beautiful little Magikarp. There's your code card, energy card. Oh wow, these energies are like, I don't know, like the art style looks a lot flatter. There's everybody's favorite Magikarp, Magnemite, Energy Switch, Varoom. So a steel Pokemon that knows poison gas. That's interesting. Pachirisu, Everyone Discharge. Toad School. Okay, so it looks like this looks like a Tentacool, but like a grass version. And a Tandemaus. Okay. Reverse. Oh, there we go. Our first EX Pokemon, Toxicroak EX, and it's got these like stars, just kind of like the original base set, or even like XY evolutions, like that star foil pattern. Wow, these look a lot nicer. You know, I really never liked the Pokemon V because like the way they would art and this is kind of the same, like it's a little too glossy. It kind of looks like cheap how glossy it is, but these actually look a lot nicer. So I think they did a good job. So they got these like lines like the Sun Moon era, and they even have the regular sparkles like the like XY evolution. So there's our first EX Pokemon. Very cool. Beautiful foiling. You know, I haven't actually opened any, what's it called? The new one, the Metazoo. But from the pictures I've seen, that actually kind of reminds me of the Metazoo foiling pattern. So we got 2 good pulls and only 3 packs. We'll start to speed up slowly as we figure things out about these new sets. Energy Retrieval, one of the oldest trainers in the game. Lechonk, nice, I love that name. Slowpoke, everybody's favorite. Wattrel, Sandaconda, Katie, Staraptor. It's hard to tell with these if you're getting something good. I keep seeing something shiny in the background, but it's hard to tell if it's something special or just the new silver borders that I'm not used to. Hawlucha. Have we gotten any non-foils? I don't think we've gotten like a regular rare. They've all been foil. Wow. Oh, yeah, so it was just it looked like it was something special, but it's just the silver borders when it's shiny like that. I don't think so. So are they doing any, like, we have not gotten a non-foil rare. Is that by design, or is that just we've gotten super lucky? Huh, that's interesting. We will see. Okay, so there's our code card. Enjoy the code. There's our energy. Wow, so far no duplicate energies yet. That's pretty crazy. Zangoose, third generation, I think. Croagunk, Dedenne. Nobody gets tired of Dedenne. Curlia, Electric Generator. Wugtrio evolves from Wiglet. Oh my gosh. They're just running out of names at this point. Indeedee. Fuecoco, that's one of the starters, and a Houndstone. So it's looking like there's no more non-foils. They're just loading these packs up with foils now, I guess. So every pack comes with a foil. Okay, that's interesting. So yeah, so they have a reverse foil and a foil in every single pack. Wow, okay. That's pretty nuts. No wonder prices are going up. It costs extra money to make all these foil cards. There's an electric energy. Wow, still no repeats. That's pretty crazy that we've gone this far without any repeated energy. I really like this silver border. I think it looks kind of nice. It'll be definitely a change, like just getting used to that. Ooh, there's a reverse foil Magikarp, Cyclizar, and a Quaquaval. Okay. So so I guess there is no more I guess there's no more just non-foil rares. Like I said, I've not looked into this set too much. I did like a quick review on TCG Player just to kind of like keep an eye out for kind of like generally what we're looking for, but I have not seen any openings of this box myself. I haven't watched any. So all of this is new to me. I'm kind of figuring this out live. There's Switch, another one of the oldest trainer cards around there. And definitely one of the most played trainer cards, I would say. Pokeball. I haven't seen just a plain old Pokeball in a long time. The Pokeball was the only trainer card in the Jungle set, the second Pokemon set ever to be released. There's Grimer, Ralts, and our first full art. Look at that, Miraidon EX. I think this is one of the legendaries, and that's the pack art that's right there. So it's not a Toxtricity. Where's that Miraidon art? There it is. So there we go, pretty close. Very nice. So this one's definitely getting sleeved up. You know what, let me go ahead and sleeve up all of our pulls over here just to be safe. Oh my gosh, these are not easy to open. There's our trainer gallery Clauncher card. Oh, these are really like sticky or something. Not sticky, but like grippy, I guess is the word. There's our first ever Pokemon EX, the Toxicroak. Maybe I won't sleeve these up. These are really kind of a pain to use. What is going on with these sleeves? And our Miraidon. I'm sorry about that. I'm very sorry for the technical difficulties with our sleeves. I don't know. They're really weird. Has anybody else used these Crown Zenith sleeves and found that they're like, what is going on? Maybe it's like the humidity. It's all of a sudden very much warmer here in Boston today. But Miraidon. Okay, so we got our first full art card from Scarlet and Violet. Beautiful. I think these are still like the textured kind of finish a little bit. Yeah, it's definitely still textured, just like the Pokemon, like the full art Pokemon V's were. Very interesting. Okay, so it seems like the pull rates are pretty similar to how they were in Sword and Shield. You know, you get maybe a full art or two in each half of the box. But obviously a lot more foils just in general. There's our first, I think that's our first duplicate energy. Riolu. I'm also going to move these a little closer because I keep having to reach over to get to my reverses. Okay, we got all settled. Got through some of our technical difficulties. Now we're ready to continue on. Florigato. I think we've seen Florigato before. Expshare. That's an old trainer card. Stonejourner. Growlithe, Rare Candy, Classic, and Skeledirge. Skeledirge? I don't know. Okay, so I guess these are, I'm just going to kind of put these into a pile because I guess they're not really special anymore. That's kind of sad. Foils are no longer special. Scarlet and Violet era, when foils, you know, all the card games are doing this though. They're just putting more and more foil. It used to be that Yu-Gi-Oh! It used to be you would go, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is very like, oh, I'm still doing pack trick of 4. I'm so used to that. Yu-Gi-Oh! Used to be 1 in 6. You'd only get a holo 1 in every 6 packs. It was probably one of the worst ratios back in the day. This is back like 20 years ago. And now you get a holo in every single pack. Clearly in Pokemon, you get a holo in every single pack. Magic, I'm pretty sure in all the... I forget about draft boosters, but like it's just all these card games are like, oh, we need to get all these holos. Every pack's got to have a holo. Now Pokemon, you know, is like 3. So I get 3 holos in every single pack. I get 2 reverse holos and 1 regular foil. It's just nuts. I mean, I guess that's why, I mean, you know, inflation and everything, but I guess part of the reason these things are getting so expensive, it's just like, well, we got to make everything holographic. So, okay, well, it's going to just be more expensive. Wow, okay. Anyway, Mischief, Pawniard. So there's no more non-foil rares. Wow. Toad School. I think that's the first non-foil Toad School that I saw. Oops, we're getting some technical difficulties over here with my commons overflowing. Metacham, Quaxwell, Clawitzer. So I wonder, maybe the pull rates though are a little bit worse though, because this does seem a little bit low. I mean, not crazy low. Like, I think by now, if I were in Sword and Shield, I would have probably gotten maybe like 2 full arts, or like I would have had another gallery card, or one of like the amazing rares, or whatever they called them, the radiant rares, or whatever that last new rarity was, radiant, something like that. You know, but we could still change that. I just feel like it would be a little bit better. But again, I mean, you're getting a lot more foils in total, but just like a lot less like super special stuff, I guess I would say. So we'll see how this all turns out. Again, this is our first adventure into, ooh, wow, I like that art. I really like that. I mean, I'm always partial to Gen 1 Pokemon, but wow, I do like that art. And it seems like, I don't know, it seems like attacks are maybe like they're actually power creeping down a little bit, maybe. I'm gonna be curious to see if EX Pokemon are gonna be as strong as Pokemon V. I mean, they can't make them too much weaker, or else nobody will play these cards, because you can still play plenty of Sword and Shield cards in tournaments, so they can't make these cards too much weaker than Sword and Shield cards, but maybe like slowly over time they can kind of bring things back down to earth, because I think between like tag teams and then Pokemon V and VMAX, like some of the damage numbers, it just got crazy. Like the only thing you could possibly play is Pokemon V. Hey, there we go, Gyarados. Wow, so what's going on here? So this is a Gyarados EX, but like it's weird. Like this is, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. So this Gyarados EX has like a textured, you can probably even see it. It's beautiful. It's textured. It's not full art, clearly, right? Like it's a, it's not full art, because, I mean, you can see it's not, but it is textured. Like, it's not like that plasticky, like, glossy finish like Toxicroak has. That's interesting. So maybe there's, like, 2 levels of, oh, I forgot about the energy. Very nice. Well, okay, so there's a cool little card. So we got to figure out all these rarities. So I guess there's, like, maybe 3 different. So there's, like, the regular EX. This seems like a regular EX. Then there's this one. Here, let me just show you the difference. So this is like a glossy finish. I don't know if you can see that, but like clearly you can see the reflection of that light that I have off to the side. And this one is a more textured finish. Again, you can kind of see the light, but it's definitely a lot more kind of refracted. You can see like all the little like lines on the Gyarados pattern. So like some of it has like, you can see the water here is like a little bit glossy, but most of it has that like textured finish. So some of these EX cards are textured. Some of them are shiny, just like glossy, and then some are just normal full art. So we've gotten 3 EXs and a nice trainer gallery card. And we have, what, 6 packs left? This feels about right. Okay, so we're 2/3 of the way through, and like I said, Pokemon always takes a little bit longer because we just enjoy the art a little bit more. And I open less Pokemon, I think, on this channel than anything else. There's our 1 energy. You know, because I don't play Pokemon, so I don't really have the need for like always having the newest cards. I don't play the game, so, or at least, you know, sometimes I'll play like a cube, but I don't play constructed formats of Pokemon, so I open it less frequently. So when I do open Pokemon, I like to take my time with it a little bit more and just kind of see what's new, see what I've missed. And like I said, since I only open in maybe one out of every 2 or 3 sets that come out, yeah, I just go a little bit slower. In this case, I mean, I opened Crown Zenith, and now I'm opening Scarlet and Violet. So I'm opening it a little more frequently. I wanted to open the last set from Sword and Shield and then the first set from Scarlet and Violet. But yeah, generally I only open like one in every 2 or 3 Pokemon sets. I missed Silver Tempest. I missed, I did Astral Radiance, but we'll see. Let me know what you think. If you think you want to see more Pokemon openings, I can certainly increase the number of Pokemon openings. It's just, yeah, I don't use the card. Maybe I could do more giveaways and stuff when I do Pokemon, because I just don't really use the cards. A lot of times I'll just sell like bulk lots and stuff like that. Primeape, there's a good old Gen 1. I don't think we've seen one of these Primeapes yet. Pawmi, Tarantula, Blissey, Tatsu. Ooh, I think we got something good coming up. I see something nuts. Wow, okay. There it is, our gold rare. Oh, wow, that is a loaded pack. We have a gold rare Koraidon EX. I don't know if this is the best card in this set, but I'm pretty sure this is pretty... I think the Gyarados is the most sought after, but this is awesome. That's super cool. So I'm assuming this is the pull for the box. So I assume that this pull will be... I'm going to sleeve this out before I get my fingerprints all over it. I assume this is going to be the kind of best pull of the box. So for those of you watching this video, glad you saw this one. There we go. So there's definitely our pull for the box, but maybe we'll get lucky. I remember the last few boxes I've opened, I think it was Fusion Strike, I got 2 gold rares. I got a Grass Energy and I got the Genesect, I think it was. And there's our Magnezone. You know, I never played a game with Magnezone, but I always thought Magnezone was a super cool Pokemon. Well, I guess technically I think I played Black and White, which is when Magnezone came out, but I think I only got like halfway through Black and White. I remember Black and White, I mean, I think it got worse too, but I remember Black and White was just super slow. That was, I think, the last game on the Nintendo DS. And I remember Black and White was just so slow. Like every time you went into a different room or, you know, there's something the screen had to load, it would take like 5 full seconds. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for it to load. Which, I mean, I know it sounds like, oh, well, 5 seconds to load. But, you know, when you're moving from room to room every, like, minute, every 30 seconds or something, you're just sitting there watching the screen load for, like, 20 to 30%. Oh, very cool. There's our next. Wow, so just, like, back-to-back all of a sudden, like, the polls seem pretty low. And now all of a sudden we're getting this crazy stuff. There's our Koraidon. But this beautiful little... trainer gallery. I don't think they're calling them trainer galleries anymore, and technically they're not. I mean, there's not a trainer there. It's just kind of like your Pokemon in a natural habitat. But I like the way it's like everything's foiled, but the actual Pokemon, you can see there's no foiling on the Pokemon. It makes it kind of like pop out. But it's funny the way they do that. Like everything else is foiled, but then the Pokemon, you can kind of see Squovit there is not foil. It's also, this is a very dark, like the art itself. I'm trying to adjust the light so you can see it better. But the art itself is pretty dark. He's just sitting there on the couch. Okay, so we got 2 packs left. These sleeves are really a pain. Let me know if, again, like let me know if you've used these Crown Zenith sleeves and just like the cards do not want to go in. And maybe it's not the sleeves. Maybe it's something about like the new texture of these Scarlet and Violet cards. Oh, there's the first sleeve in this one to actually rip. Okay, Growlithe. Staravia, Ralts. Oh, shoot, wait, hold on. Pause. Code card. Energy. Okay. Tandemaus. Cecitan. Flaffy. Ooh, Flaffy. Favorite Gen 2 Pokemon is Ampharos. So always like a Flaffy. Armarouge. There we go. Okay, so I think we're doing pretty good. Oh, and this is our last pack. So I am fine with that. This has been a pretty good half of the box. Got our gold rare. Got some trainer galleries or whatever we're supposed to call them now. All kinds of good stuff. Drifloon, Sprigatito, Flittle, Seviper, Vitality Band, Toxtricity, Crocalor, Toxel, Picnic Basket, and our last of the box is Dondozo. Very nice. So I guess this is like a new whale thing. All right, so there it is, our first half of the first set of Scarlet and Violet. We got, let's do a quick review of the pulls. Kind of arrange them in a rough order of rarity. There we go. So we have two, whatever we're calling these now, trainer galleries, wild Pokemon art. Then we got a few regular EXs right here. Still trying to figure out, I think like these two are the regular EXs. And then this is like kind of special. And then this is like the super special full art. And this is the crazy ultra secret rare, whatever we're supposed to call this. This is definitely going to be our pull of the day. Probably pull the whole box, but we'll see. So let's put those aside for now. We still have, in our next episode, we'll go through the second half of the box. Again, if you like what you see, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Come back and see the second half of our box opening. And come back and watch all the other great Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! Magic the Gathering, product reviews, card accessories, all that kind of good stuff here on Befron TCG. I hope you enjoyed what you saw today, and see you next time.